This is why I hate cars. Yes, oh, hi. Hi, yeah. It broke my wrench. Hey guys, so the plan today was to bring the engine and the crank and the cam. You can see I got all the stuff in there. The block is in the back. We were gonna bring it to the machine shop. We went into work. Two things. One, I've been up since 3 in the morning getting sick. And two, we can't really get to work. It's like it's a complete whiteout here, so even if I wouldn't have called in sick, I don't know if I would have made it to work. So anyway, I want to go over some of the things we're going to do to try to strengthen the 302. We're going to hop on the computer on this wonderful sick day after I go to the grocery store because Samantha is out of dog food. So yeah, all the stuff's in here ready to go when we do feel better and get back into town. But for now, we're going to go over some of the things we're going to do to try to strengthen the 302 to give it the longest life possible with its 2 superchargers on it. Alright guys, so I'm trying to make best do with this sick day / blizzard that we have. Right now we're on Corral.net, which is kind of a Mustang forum. I've been researching, you guys. When I put this motor back together, I really want to do everything I can to strengthen the 302 block so that I have a little more confidence in our superchargers. Granted, I don't want to run super high boost setup, and especially right away, we're going to keep it rich and we're going to run low boost just so that I feel comfortable about how everything's going to go. As you know, we're doing a carburetor on this, so if I hop over to LMR, I'll show you what carburetor I'm thinking of, but these are 2 things that I'm thinking about doing. One of them is this main support girdle is supposed to, obviously just unify everything together the way that this bracket is set up and keep everything from coming apart. The second one, and more controversial, which I've been reading on forums, are these valley girdles. So you can see right there, they go in between the valley of the block, and it's supposed to hold it together because these 302s like to split right here. Now, there's some people say it's hearsay. I think, it looks like it could work. You think about it, these braces across the valley, I mean, common sense tells you that this is holding this together, right? But I was thinking, and then I actually found it on a forum. I think it was this forum here. Yeah, somewhere in here they said, your intake manifold does a really good job of holding those 2 things together. And it does. I mean, I was thinking that too. And I mean, again, common sense, your intake manifold is keeping that stuff together. But if we go over here, if your intake manifold's doing the same thing, how can more bracing not help? So right now my thought is to get these valley girdles along with that main girdle down on the bottom of the engine, and then obviously I'm going to do ARP head studs to hold everything together. Again, this is a budget build. We're using the stock block, so anything I can do to make it last a little longer. And I'm not doing anything crazy, and people, there's some debate, but people say that this 302 block is good for around 500 horsepower if you're easy on it. You're not revving above 6,000 RPMs, anything like that. So let's see if I can find our carburetor to show you, the one that I've been thinking about. Again, I wanted to do an EFI setup, but the forced induction application setups are just way too rich for my blood right now. Maybe it wasn't even on here that I found it. I don't think it was, actually. But the carburetor I want to go with is a Holley double pumper. It's a 750 street strip application, 750 CFM. See if I can find it on Amazon. I think that's where I saw it. And then as far as tuning goes, you guys, obviously we're doing like a blow-through type setup with the superchargers. Yeah, here it is. I want to make sure that we run rich right away, try to dial in our tuning that way with a wideband. But my thought is I'm going to get a 750 CFM carb, and I'm going to get a bunch of different jets. Is this the one? Yeah, so this 750 CFM, it's vacuum secondary, and it's got a manual choke on it. This is kind of what I'm looking for. And like I said, I'm going to get a handful of jets so we can, see what works best when we run our wideband, so that I can see, I'm going to be fairly conservative with it. I'm not going to run it too lean or anything like that, but I'm looking at this right now. And then, like I said, I'm going to read a little bit more into these valley girdles. I think it's a good idea. I mean, I don't see how it could hurt anything is the thing, So if it gives me a little more peace of mind, I don't think it could hurt anything. And I could maybe even get a couple of my machinist buddies to look at these, take some measurements on our block, and then maybe make some for me, because I mean, that's really expensive. $229 for those 3 pieces there. That's pretty gnarly. So that one I'm not quite sure about yet. We I'll have to do a little more digging, a little more thinking. If I could get someone to make them, that would be great. And then, like I said, I want to do the bot. Oh, I'm already off Amazon. Like I said, I do want to do the main bearing support on the bottom of the engine. So I think with those things, ARP studs will be good to go. Alright guys, so thanks for coming on this little sick day / blizzard snow day with us. So yeah, that's kind of my plan for the Fox body as of right now. I did get that car out of here. The wrench that was broken you saw was an Escape. I put a power steering pump in it, and then after I did that, which took about 5 hours, it was horrible, I test drove it, the brake line blew out. So that was fun. But anyway, I was too dirty to film while I was doing that. But so after we get the block and everything machined back, if you haven't seen this, I'm really excited to use this. We got Eastwood engine paint. It's factory 66 to 80 Ford blue engine block paint. So this is going to be going on, and this is high quality stuff, so I'm very excited. It's actually got a catalyst inside. You pop that, and then there's a hardener in it that really makes this adhere well to the engine block. So I'm excited, you guys. Once we get to that 500 subscriber mark, as you know, we are giving you another tool. I did tell you that it is going to be a Milwaukee tool, so you're going to want to get in on that. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time.
Wave, yeah. I swear they never really understand me. I need a comment like I need a Grammy.